It's a terrible thing to leave out your house in the middle of the night, going somewhere you don't really want to go, to get something that you don't really want to have, to be with somebody you don't really want to be with, doing things you don't really want to do and can't help yourself, leaving your wife and family at home and out there. I can remember one night I was a pastor at that time, a pastor St. James United Methodist Church, and I was down on Pennsylvania Avenue one night, late, driving my late model Mercedes, parked there on the corner, trying to cop. Sitting in my car, and a young lady came over talking to me at the window, and I'm trying to maneuver to get something, and all of a sudden the police came down behind me. Yep, embarrassing moment. I had a 6-pack of beer in the back seat, and I think a pint of something back there, and trying to cop. Police officer, African American police officer, came to my window. The young lady moved, and I looked in my rear view mirror, and there was a white police officer going around to the right back door of my car. And the black police officer looked down at me and said, license registration. And I gave my license registration, and he looked down at me. He looked at me. He put his face down and looked at me. He said, wait a minute. Aren't you the pastor of St. James Church? I said, yeah. He said, what are you doing here? Do you know who you were talking to? I said, no, I was just talking to the young lady. He said, Reverend. And he gave me my license and registration. He said, go home. And by that time, the other white police officer had opened the back door of my car and said, oh, we got him now. We got him now. Open bottles back here. And the black police officer said, put it back. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Embarrassed. I took off. Tried to go home. Do you think I went home? Couldn't go home. Had to come back. Maybe not at the same spot, but had to come back to try to do the same thing. That which I wanted to do, I could not do. And that which I did not want to do is what I did. But thanks be to God through Jesus Christ, I don't have to do it today. Somebody out there can hear what I'm talking about. Yo, yeah, don't you ever forget it. When God brings you out to hell, when God brings you out to a horrible pit, don't you ever forget the pit. Never forget the pit life. Never forget the hell that God brought you out of. Try to help somebody, pastor. Open up your doors, have an NA meeting, AA meeting in your church. If you suffer from the disease of addiction, call me and get some help. 410-383-8055. 443-250-9635. Look us up on the World Wide Web, hopealiveministry.org. I'm going to give it all to you again. Hope Alive. Write it down. If God is pricking you and you know God is speaking to you through this radio broadcast, write it down. Hope, H-O-P-E, Alive, A-L-I-V-E, Ministry, MINISTRY.org. Go to our website. Check out our spiritual vitamin of hope on the homepage. Check out the preaching, the teaching, the recovery house. Check it out. Also on Thursday, November the 14th, we're having our men's kickoff from our men's ministry, 6:45 at Hope Alive Ministry. My special assistant, Reverend Douglas Flowers, be handling our men's ministry at Hope Alive Ministry. Call us 410-383-8055. And remember, no matter what's going on with you today, there is hope for you. I'm Dr. Jordan. Good morning.